In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do detailed targeting in 2025. So if you want to start running advert and you want to target a specific kind of audience, that is what I want to show you how to do in this video. So this video is not about how to create an advert. This video is not about how to scale an advert. It is simply how you can do detailed targeting. So I want to believe that you have created your advert and you just want to target your audience. Listen to this video and learn the step-by-step tutorial. Now, right now, I am in the assets column where we are going to see how to put the audience. So when you come to the assets column, you simply scroll down to the audience section. Let's find the audience section here. Okay, so you can see this audience here. You can see this is the audience section. Now you come this place and you are going to click on show more suggestion. You see, Facebook have decided to be hiding a lot of features. So it is left for you to now click on show for the thing to show to you. So see show more suggestion here. And when you click on it, it's going to show this audience that we are seeing right here. So you see, you can now choose some age, choose some gender, and then also detailed targeting. So for this video, we're focusing on detailed targeting. Okay. Now, if you are starting to do your targeting for the first time, you have to accept the fact that you don't know which particular audience is going to work because there are hundreds of audiences here. You cannot know which one is working until you test that audience. Okay, so this is not where you say, oh, which one can I put and I am sure that I'm going to get a result. It does not work that way. You must test before you can say, oh, so this is the audience that is working. Let me note it down so that next time I'm running advert, I am going to be using this audience because I have found out that this audience is working. And guess what? You don't even just stick with that audience. Even though that advert is still running, you now have to keep on testing more because a time will come when those audience will stop working. And if you do not have others that are working, you are going to have an issue. Okay, for instance, I'm going to decide that I'm creating an advert to money making niche. All right, people that are into sales, marketing, business, and all of that. So when I come here, I'm just going to decide to target everybody who is interested in digital marketing. So that's number one. There are hundreds of audience here, so just know that there are a lot of them. So I'm going to decide to target people who are interested in digital marketing. And when I hover my cursor there, you can see that the audience size is 442 million to 520 million. Okay, now if you are selecting an audience, there are several types. There is interest, there is job title, there is behavior. I do not go for job title. Why? Because when you go for job title, the audience in every job title is always limited. Look at the audience here, 41,000 to 49,000. It is not so big. And then when you now choose it, it's going to narrow it down to people who are living in Nigeria, people who are women, people who are into this age, and the audience will keep on becoming smaller. So I don't go for job title. I go for interest. Of course, I go for behavior because behavior also have a lot of audience. You can see this one, 960 million to 1 billion. Okay. Now for this advert, I'm going to say, oh, I just want to target everybody who is interested in digital marketing. And that is what I'm going to choose. As you can see, I've chosen people who are interested in digital marketing here. You can see that. Then what I'm also looking at is this estimated size. Okay, estimated size is 5 million to 5.6 million. This is just estimated. This is compared to people, like it have been narrowed down to people who are living in this country because you know that Facebook is a worldwide platform. So that particular niche, that particular size, they gave it to me based on everybody who is interested in digital marketing in the entire world. But when I have chosen Nigeria and I have selected that niche, it is now narrowed down to people who are based in Nigeria. It is now narrowed down to my budget also. Okay. Now let's go. We are going to now say, oh, digital marketing is 5 million. Okay, let me see if I can put one more. The simple thing you can do here is to just type. Okay, so I want everybody who is interested in social media marketing. Okay, I select both of them. However, one of the best practices I do is that I don't put too much audience, I don't put too much keyword in one campaign. because I want when the advert start running and it is working. And this is the strategy I used last 3 years, and it helped me a lot. So every time that an audience work, I know that, oh, this is the one that worked. And how I was able to do that is because I was choosing one interest per campaign, and that's why I say, listen, you need a lot of money to be able to test this thing. So there's no need wasting money on Facebook on the one that is not working. So you test one interest per campaign. If that one work, you write it down, knowing fully well that that is the only audience there. So that is the audience that is working. But imagine a scenario where you put in 10 different interests and the advert seems to be working. Do you know that there might be 8 or 7 that are not working there? It might just be 3 that are working. But unfortunately, you cannot dictate who those 3 are because your audience were scattered. You combine, you joined every audience together. So my best practice is, number one, assume that none of this targeting, none of this interest is going to work until I test it. Number two, test one per campaign so that if it is working, I can write it down that it is working. If it is not working, I know that it is not working. Okay. Another thing that you need to know, if you are and that is why you actually do not test audience first. What you test first is your offer and your creative. So when you know that your offer is working, when you know that your creative, which is the video or the image, and also the copy is working, you can now resort to testing the audience. You know why? This audience that I've selected now, if I carry a video that I know has been working for so long, and I carry an offer and a copy that I know has been working for so long, and I use it to run this advert, if at any time this advert did not work, do you know what I will know? I will simply know that, oh, it can never be because of the offer, because the offer has been working. It can never be because of the video, because the video has been working. It can never be because of the copy, because the copy has been working. In other words, the problem was from the audience. And this is how I immediately know that, oh, this audience is the problem. But imagine a scenario where you have not gotten a copy that is working, you have not gotten a video that is working, you have not gotten an offer that is working, and still you have not gotten an audience that is working. You now test this audience, and at any time the audience did not work, you now conclude, oh, it is the audience. Let me shock you. It can be because of your video, because you have not gotten the video that works. So I advise, if you want to start testing, test the offer first. If the offer is working, you now test the creative. If the creative is working, you can now use the offer and the creative and the copy that are working to be experimenting with different audience. So whenever you create an advert and the advert did not work, you immediately know yourself that, oh, it is because of the audience. It is never because of the offer, because the offer has been working already. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to choose one. Like I said, I always like to choose one. Now, if I want to save this audience, I did a video on how to save audience, so I can just click on save. I can just put in a name here and just click on save, but that's not what I want to do here. Okay, now I've chosen one, and maybe I still have up to 5 other interests that I want to target. The question is, what should I do? Well, what you should do is, first of all, you can duplicate this into 5. Let's do that. I can duplicate this into 5 so that I now have 5 different. It's just like I'm doing photocopy, right? It's just like I'm doing photocopy. It's going to give me 5 different copies. So what I now do is I go into each of these copy and I put in that audience that I want to test. Are you following me now? Okay, let's do this. This is the first copy that I duplicated. I'm going to go into the audience, go to the audience column. I'm going to go into the audience column and remember the show suggestion. So I'm going to click on this. So you see what I said? You cannot see that interest base until you click on this search suggestion. You now come. Remember, it is this two that was there, but we're going to remove it. I'm going to say, oh, I want to target people who are interested in small business, for example. So I'm changing the audience now. Small business. Small business. Okay. Okay. Small business. You see the interest. The audience 665 million to 782 million. So I'm just going to select it. And one key tip if you're selecting the audience, because when you have different adverts, it's going to confuse you. I am going to always name this the name of the target so that when I come there, I immediately see it. What am I going to do? I'm going to go back and name this. Instead of Jennifer's story, I'm going to name this small business. All right. So that if I look at it, I immediately know, oh, this is the advert where I selected small business as interest based. This one, instead of Jennifer's story, I am going to name it, guess what? I'm going to name it digital marketing, which is the interest that I used at first. Okay. Are you following now? Now, when I go to the third one, remember that I duplicated 5. So when I go to the third one, I'm going to now choose another interest. Make sure that you are using copy, you are using video, and you are using creative that has proven to work. If you have not gotten it, well, get busy testing it until you get it. All right. This is why most people they say, I have been running adverts. So see, I want you to handle my advert. I have been getting results. I have sold 5,000 copies. I just feel like you can do better. Well, there are a lot of work that are required for you to get an advert that is working. Testing alone can take you more than 2 weeks, and I have still not gotten what is working. Okay, so let's check something else. We can say I want to target people who are interested in, okay, maybe sales. Maybe sales, people who are interested in sales. Let's see. People who are interested in sales. Okay, sales. You can see the audience. I feel like I need to choose another one. People are interested in sales promotion. 448 million to 527 million. Okay, let's select it. So I'm just going to go back and name this sales instead of this one. You know why I'm naming it? When I come to this advert, I will immediately know which of the keyword that I used that is working. So the next one here, you see, this is what you do. You take your time and do this, and you do not rush this thing. There was a day that I was rushing. I quickly funded my ad account with 35,000. Later on, I found out that I funded the wrong ad account just because I did not I did not take my time to watch it. Okay, the next thing I can put here is, maybe for instance, okay, people who are interested in, let me see if I can find something. Okay, people who are interested in advertising and marketing. The other side is 859 million to 1 billion. Okay. People who are interested in advertising. Are you seeing how the work is done? So I've selected people who are interested in advertising, and I'm going to put advertising as the name so that I can easily remember it. Okay. So it's remaining only 2 now. So we're going to choose another interest keyword. This is how I'm doing it. You experiment one interest per time. Now you might say, is one interest not too small? Well, it is not too small. We are looking at the size, billions, hundreds of millions. How can you say it is small? It is not small. All right. But it's going to help us to stop guesswork, because if this advert, if any of them tends to work, we immediately know the interest that is working. If it does not work, we know that this interest is not working. Okay, that's how it works. So I'm going to target people who are interested in, let me type business here and see. Okay, I can start to target people who are interested in products. So 358 million to 421 million. And you might be asking, oh, Mr. Paul, how are you knowing this audience? How are you knowing that it will work? Remember the first thing I said, you can't know that any of these audience will work until you test it. You don't know the people who are in that audience. The only thing I would recommend that you do is to make sure that, oh, if you are selling real estate, just be putting keywords that are related to real estate, like property, like land, like investment, like building wealth, it's something like that, right? Now, if you're selling something around health, just be putting something around health, like physical fitness, health and wellness, health coach, all of those things. Then if you're selling something like skincare, just be putting something around skincare, dark knuckle, skin beauty, skin, and something. So you, you know that for some reason a percentage of your audience are going to be there, no matter whether they like it or not, because Facebook do not just wake up and start classifying this audience. They have to watch what you do, the kind of post you like, the kind of page you follow, the kind of video you watch, the kind of landing page you go to from Facebook before they can now classify that, oh, this person is interested in this particular audience. Do you understand? So that means when you target some of these audience, you have almost 90% chance that you are going to reach people who are interested in that offer. The question now is, if the offer is hot enough, it can convert them. If it is not hot enough, they are going to see it and they are going to just scroll past. So that is why it is your duty to make your offer very irresistible. Listen, there's something I have discovered about offer, right? If you want to make more sales, you cannot, this is not negotiable. You have to be willing to give the client more than what they paid for. I see some people, I don't want to give all these things. How much are they even paying? They are paying 500, they are paying 5,000, they are paying 50,000, and I want to give all of these things. If you want to make as much sale as possible, that is the deal. That is the deal. Even if I want to buy something now, I have to make sure that, oh, so I'm paying 3,000, this person is giving me a value worth 7,000. It's not like I'm greedy. It is just that this is what is going to make them get the best deal, and they will rush your offer. So if you're saying, I want to hold back because I feel like they are not paying enough, it's your sale you are hurting. Yes, I understand that part of holding back. Of course, you cannot charge somebody 30,000 and you are doing 30 days or 100 days coaching and you are spending your time and wasting. But then there's a way to package your offer. There's a way to package your, for instance, if I create something like a Wi-Fi, I have just created it once. So I can decide to give it out and it will not cost me any other money. I just need to send people the link. If I have created a video training, do you understand? Some of these things are what you package and you offer it for free, and immediately your offer is going to become massive. Listen, if you want customers to rush you, you have to make them believe that they are getting a value worth 100,000 and they are paying you 10,000. So if that is not, making sure that your customer gets value, what then can I classify it as? Your customer has to believe that they are getting value worth 100,000 and they are paying you 10,000. If you don't want to do that, well, continue to be struggling with one sale a day, three sale a day. Some of us are doing 30, 50, 100 sales every day. All right. So let's see entrepreneurship. Yes, entrepreneurship. 900 million to 1 billion. Now, can you tell me now that you are selling something around business and you target entrepreneurship and you're not going to see your target audience there? It's not possible, right? So we're just going to be selecting this keyword. We don't know if it will work or not. Okay. Entrepreneur. All right, entrepreneur. So we'll just put in entrepreneur right there. So are you seeing how this is done? I'm taking my time to show you because this is literally how to do detailed targeting. This is how to do it. Now, for the last one, I'm going to use behavior instead of interest so that you see that you can also use behavior. So let me click show suggestion. Let me click browse. Let me, instead of demographic and interest, let me go for behavior. Then I'm going to search people who are doing digital activities. So this is why I see creators, Canvas gaming, Facebook Light app users, Facebook. But what I want to just type, because I already know the audience anyway, is engaged shoppers. Engaged shoppers. So this is a behavior, not interest. Look at that behavior. 1 billion to 1.2 billion. Okay, we're going to just select it. Engage shopper. Let's rewrite this at engaged shopper. Okay, what we have done This is it. This is literally how to do. You see how I took my time? This one now, when I immediately I look it without opening it, I know that, oh, this one I put it digital marketing as interest. When I put this one, I say, oh, this one I put small business as interest. When I put this one, I say, oh, I put sales as interest. When I put this one, I say advertising. When I put the entrepreneurship, do you see how it is done? You have to take out your time and name it very well. Now, when I'm done with all of this, if I want to publish it, I'm going to click on go back, and because I want to publish all of them, what I'm going to do is I will select all these particular campaigns. So you see this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not this one. And yeah, there are 5. So remember that there are 5. So I'm going to select the entire 5 again in the ad set column. And in case you select some things that you don't need, you simply remove some of them. Okay, I'm going to select another one in the ad column. Now what I'm doing is that once I publish it, it's going to publish in the campaign, it's going to publish in the ad set, and it's also going to publish in the ad. Are you following? So some of these things I selected, I do not need them. Okay, what I'm going to do is to just unselect them. Unselect them. Okay, there's still more here. This. So you do not rush when you are doing this. You have to take out your time. You don't need to rush this, because that is what you should be spending your time doing, not wasting a lot of time on social media. This is where you should be spending your time, because every advert you create is going to teach you one thing that you can replicate in your next ad. So when I do that, I'll now click on edit. And guess what? If I want to preview it, I can turn on my preview so that I can see the advert. Of course, this video was not about creating adverts. It's simply how to do your detailed targeting very well. And I can now publish. If you want to learn step-by-step tutorial, like everything you need to do about creating Facebook adverts in 2025, I'm going to link the video on the description. Go and check it out and let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next video.